And I can only apologise because I am half an hour late. And that is for many reasons that I don't really want to bore you with. But suffice to say, I was having kittens. And whilst I'm not prepared, because I can't even find my emergency lipstick, I luckily prepared this session last week, so I do know what I'm talking about. So whilst I'm not looking as glamorous and groomed as I would like, hello, bad hair day, I am here. And I am here to talk about how to get more engagement on your lives. Number one, don't be late. When you've scheduled a live would be my top tip. And I'm going to calm myself down with a glass of water. Hello in the comments. If you're watching replay, I would love it if you could put hashtag replay so that I know how these videos are being consumed. Cheers to you. Oh, what a day. Right. Slightly scared. I'm going to look at myself full screen and see how terrible I look. Okay. The annoying thing is I normally do have an emergency lipstick on my desk for those times, and I think I've tidied it away. So annoying. Right, let me find my notes. Hello, hello, hello. We love going live. What we don't love is not having an audience, which is super annoying, especially when you've gone to the effort of perhaps putting some training together, putting an event together, letting people know, and nobody turns up. First up, I have a lot of notes. First up, I want to tell you, if you haven't heard already, that the algorithm sucks at the moment. And this happened around, I think it was July. Lots of people started chatting, people that I follow online, chatting about how social media is changing again, and the fact that there is much less engagement than there ever used to be. Some people blame it on an iOS system upgrade, which I think took place in April. This is not something I've looked up. And that apparently threw out loads of weird and wonderful things. And therefore people were just not engaging. People were not purchasing, people were not jumping into challenges, people were not commenting and posting. Lots of people, of course, also taking a break from social media for many reasons. So, with all that in mind, if you're not getting engagement on your lives, don't worry too much. Now, there are a few things you can do. I'm going to go back to my notes. Hey, Rosanna, you made it. I'm so glad. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you for bearing with me. I hope you're going to find this super useful. So let me see, I think these are in no particular order and I haven't really got anywhere to put them. Okay, right, here we go. So, for me, it takes time to build up an audience, I firmly believe. So if you're just starting out on your live journey and you're not getting much engagement or many views, panic not. It does take time for people to realise who you are, what you're doing, and the fact if you've done a few lives, you feel like you haven't got an audience or engagement, keep going. Snowball effect, and you will be starting to get more and more viewers. Remember also that once you've done a live, that's not the end of it. You can use that recording and you can post the link far and wide to as many of your social media platforms as you possibly can. Don't forget also to engage in other Facebook groups of like-minded people, female entrepreneurs, female coaches, female product-based business owners, whatever it is that is your niche. You can post a link to your live once it's been uploaded and say, look, this is what I did, this is what I talk about, come along and have a listen. So by no means is your live over the minute you click end live. Now, I do advise people to keep their library of videos on YouTube, and I include lives in this. So whenever I do a live, once it's finished uploading, yada yada yada, then I upload it to my YouTube channel. And sometimes I keep it unlisted because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, and sometimes I just publish it to public. I don't actually, in fairness, push my YouTube channel very much or engage on it on a great deal, which is something I need to do. But remember to upload your live video to somewhere, save it on your computer, to Vimeo, to YouTube, and then you've got it forever. So all is not lost. Interestingly, one of the things that did happen with this system upgrade is that lots of people can no longer edit videos. You used to be able to, after you'd gone live, you used to be able to go in and kind of put a description, add tags, tag people, you know, edit your thumbnail and all sorts of things. And I have lost the ability to do that. I don't know if everybody has, but I know a couple of other people in groups I'm in have also lost that ability. So let them know that you're going live again. And I think you should set up an event. Couple of reasons for this. One is that it tells people this is coming up. You can invite people simply by clicking an invite button and choosing their name. If you're in a group, you can invite the whole group, super easy. And you've got a link again to share far and wide and say, look, this is my live, this is what I'm talking about, and this is where you can find it. So the other thing that's important about creating an event is, yay, we're back to the algorithm, because Facebook loves it when you use the platform. So you're using the platform not only to go live, but you're using it to create an event as well. And you're sharing that link, and hopefully people are commenting or even coming to click on the link. The more clicks, the more Facebook likes it. So creating an event is a great way for the algorithm to love you. Okay, so the other thing, and again, a bit to do with events, I suppose, but set a regular time. You can go live whenever you wish, and I love going live. You can bear it. And then if you want to do some off the cuff popping up, here I am, of course, that's absolutely brilliant. Like I say, Facebook loves it the more you use Facebook. But do set that time so that people get used to seeing you in the same time, in the same place at the same time. And again, this is all about building up an audience, and particularly if you've got a group that you're nurturing, that you're giving value to, that you're offering a service or products to, then they would appreciate knowing where you're going to be and at what time. Not like me, who keeps changing the time. Well, that's only today, in fairness. So yes, so set a consistent time and day of the week, and also mix it in with some, ad hoc, on the fly, winging it lives if you wish. Okay, I see I've got some more people here, but I can't see any comments. If you're here, say hello. I would love to see who's with me. Okay, so what else can we do? Well, I've just been reminded of something now. I wonder if I can remember it. Okay, so giving value. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about content now. So the content of your lives should be what your customers need, and often I think we get mixed up with what we want to give them rather than what they need from us. And I am totally guilty of this, especially in the first couple of years of business, of putting myself out there, putting my knowledge out there without really asking my clients what it is they wanted. What is it they want help with? What specific questions have they have? What is it I can do for them? So remember that you are not so much selling, but you're providing a service. Even when you're selling products, you're providing a service. And so not only try and think like your customer, but ask them, what is it they want to hear? What do they want to hear from you? What are the kind of questions that they have? And try and answer those questions. So that's the number one thing around content. The number two important thing around content, which again, all of us are guilty of, and this might be a good example, is too much information. Yes, really classic. Trying to cram all, because while you're on here chatting, you just think, well, I'll just mention that thing, and then I'll just talk about this, and oh, while I'm here, by the way, I get it. Your product and your service is amazing. However, we can't take on board all that information. So try and keep it really concise and brief, because you can always go and do another video and make it into a series, which is what I love. Oh, Caroline's on as well. Hooray! Lovely to see you. Hope it's warm where you are. So, with content, make sure that you're giving people what they want, not what you think they want, and keep it tomorrow, whatever it is, then I think that's a brilliant way of letting people know that you're going to be going live, and again, letting them know what you're going to be talking about. Doesn't have to be the same post. You can have one story going, hey, going live tomorrow, who's with me? And the next post the next day or later on saying, I think I'm going to talk about this. Or even a question post saying, what do you want me to talk about? Polls are great, questions are great, get engagement, ask people, should I talk about this, should I talk about that? So start to involve all of Facebook in your live event. So stories, events, and I think it's perfectly okay not only to invite people to your event with your invite button, but to jump in a message and say to people, hey, by the way, did you know I'm talking about this topic? Or I'm looking for some advice, I want to give you great value. What is it you would like to know from me? And invite people and say, I would start a conversation first of all and say, hi, did you know I go live every Tuesday at 11? Did you know that I'm always asking people what topics they want to be covered? And, I'd love to help you. Maybe do that rather than send them the link straight away, but at least if you've got an event set up, you've got the link ready and they can go, oh no, actually, I am interested in how that works and how do I become a topic ambassador, and how can I purchase a tablecloth, or when is your Christmas range coming out? All of that kind of good stuff happens a lot in the DMs. Boiling, yes, I wish we were. So I replied to Caroline there, she's in a hot part of the country. Okay, so don't be afraid to message people and say, hey, I've got this thing going on, think you'd be interested, would like you to come along. Okay, another great way to get engagement on your lives is to collaborate with someone. Invite someone along and interview them. If you, Rosanna, for example, I know that you're a topic ambassador. If you want to get more people into, invite one of your ambassadors along and interview them about what they think, how was the process, did they find it easy? And in that way, you're kind of doing a marketing video because you're telling other possibly interested people how it works, but you've also doubled your audience because whoever you're interviewing or collaborating with is going to invite all their people along as well. So I'm big on collaboration. I love that, and I'm always putting my hand up if anybody needs a speaker. Like, yes, me. Because it broadens your audience and your horizons. So don't be afraid to contact people and say, hey, I'd love to come and have you on a live with me, and offer yourself up on other people's lives as well. Why not? Let's share the love, people. Okay, so other things that people do is to organise a giveaway at the end of the live, or some kind of incentive. I did a webinar recently and I told people that they would get a couple of my freebies, and in fact one of them is so exclusive I haven't released it to anyone else yet. So only the people on the webinar got my lead magnets, my freebies, my PDFs. And that's another way to make sure that people come along if they get a bit intrigued and go, oh, you know, I will listen to that. Because at the end of it, there's going to be something in it for them, quite tangibly. Okay. There is only a few things to go. I'm already over 15 minutes. Oh, that's the other thing. Keep it short. Keep it short. You don't have to go live for an hour. I mean, even like a year or two ago, I followed Coach Glitter, who is great, but her lives used to be like 2 hours long, and I'm like, oh, who has time for that? So it's one of the reasons I like to keep these, I call them mini trainings, because I don't want people to think, oh God, I've got to spend an hour with Vicky rambling on about something to do with videos. No, keep it short and sweet. It's absolutely fine. And actually that's probably better these days as well. Okay, other things to do. Use your insights. Go to Facebook Insights, go to your Facebook Business Manager and have a look at the data. See what works. See what people like to listen to, which posts they're responding to, which topics they are most responsive to. If you should have a Facebook Business Suite if you have a group or a page. And those insights will tell you loads of information about the kind of content that people want. One of the things I always say to people, if you do something personal, and again, you might not necessarily set up an event to say, hey, I'm going to be talking about myself for 15 minutes, do you want to come along? But if the world, I spoke to one of our members, Holly Ann Martin, a few days ago. She's going to be appearing on our Spotlight Sunday slot soon. And she said she can post, you know, things of enormous value and kind of give enormous kind of knowledge and insight into her really important work around Safe for Kids. But the posts that get the most engagement are all about her hobby, which is rock and roll dancing. Go figure, right? We love the personal touch. So if you've got a dog, bring him in on your video, you're sure to get loads of engagement. But don't forget those Facebook Insights as well. They will tell you what people are engaging with. But don't forget to go and ask people as well. It's perfectly fine to go and say to people, what is it you want? Okay, here's another one for me. Avoid rambling and too many topics. I think I kind of covered that in the content bit, didn't I? Yes. It's very easy to go on, and I keep looking at the clock because I want this to be short and sweet. Ask lots of questions in your live. If you've got people watching live, ask them to interact, like you guys who are watching now. I'm getting better at that. I follow a coach called Maria Gadelis. She is genius. She's asking questions every few minutes, and it's nothing like, it doesn't feel weird, but it's like, yeah, just put a 1 in the comment if you agree with that, or give me a, you know, put 18k if that's how much you want to earn every month. And so she's constantly getting engagement. And again, not only does that make us feel involved as the viewers, but it's the algorithm. The more comments you get on your video, the more people are going to be notified that you're doing a video. Right, let me see if I've missed anything there. No. Okay, so interactions, asking questions as you're doing lives. I've talked about asking questions already in the DMs, in your stories, in your posts. Ask your clients what they want. Here's a really important one. Tell people what to do. People have to know what to do, and we have to make it really super easy for them. So with a live, again, if you're setting up an event, it's like, here's the event, it's got all the details in it, all you have to do is click on this link. And so that also includes your CTA, your call to action. People need to know what to do as a result of watching your video, and this is particularly important if you're doing any kind of product marketing, sales. I hesitate to say sales because I don't think there's such a thing as a kind of salesy video, but people really need to know what to do next. Click on a link, post a comment, go to my website, buy this product, get in touch, tell me what you want, something like that. You know what a CTA is, make sure you do that. And then my final point, I think I've covered everything, is recap and repeat often, often, often. It sounds weird when you are banging on about the same thing all the time. I'm guilty of this as well. I hate it, I avoid it, but every time you tell people something, a new person or persons or 100 people will see it that haven't seen it before. So it may feel like you're flogging this, whatever it is, scheme, service, products, promotion, challenge, whatever it is you want people to do. But trust me, so many people will have completely not seen it. So the more you can repeat information, repeat training, repeat the sales message, repeat your CTA, the better. One of the bits of advice I got when I was researching this, which I don't particularly follow, although I do it in the live classroom, weirdly enough, is to start at the top by saying what you're going to be talking about. I suppose in some ways I do that sort of without thinking because of the title. So tell people what you're going to tell them. Tell them what you've told them. Gosh, that takes me back to my old workshop days. That was part of my facilitator training. So there we are, tons and tons of things that you can do to get more engagement on your lives. I'm going to post some links as well because there are some people that are brilliant at this. I'm going to recommend Abby Cornell from the Social Village. There's a free group and there's a paid membership. She is the Facebook queen. And she is all about getting engagement, all about using groups to get engagement, all about using groups to sell your products and services to. So Abby Cornell, I'll post that link. Ruth Young is in this membership, so you can tag her. She is a social media guru with Ruthless Media, got the name there. So she's also a good person to talk to if you need some specific help. And I've got to give a shout out to the Mums at Work Network because frankly, they're amazing. In the free group, there's over 4,000 female entrepreneurs, a few less in the VIP group, but so worth it because you get help, you get support, and I always get engagement. When I post something in the Mums at Work Network, I always get engagement, and I know there's quite a few of them in here as well, so a big shout out to Mums at Work. I will post all those links. I've gone nearly 25 minutes, folks, and I was late. Thank you for being here with me live. Hit replay if you are watching on replay. I would love to know, can you tell me, when are you going live next? And I'd like to come and be your audience. So please invite me, post a link, tag me in the group and let me know so that I can come and watch your live, because I would love to be the one commenting and helping that pesky algorithm get more audience for your lives. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, folks. I hope I didn't speak too quickly, not taking my own advice at all. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you soon.